Hi students, today I'm going to show you how to solve a system of equations. So what is a system of equations? A system of equations is two or three equations or more equations which have more than one variable. So a variable in algebra is like a letter like x, y. Sometimes you will see equations which will have only one letter like x squared, x cubed, x, and so on. But some other times you will have equations where you will have x, I, and even z. More than one letter, more than one variable. So those are, and if you have a couple of those equations and you want to find the values of all of those unknowns or variables, that is called a system of equations. So here I'm going to write a system of equations, a very simple system of equations which has two equations and two unknowns. So generally when you are given a system of equations to solve, the number of unknowns should be equal to the number of equations. So here, let's say we make a very simple one. 2x plus 3y is equal to 10. This is one equation with two unknowns, x and y. And here is another one, 3x minus 4y equals 22. So this is a system of equations. Now, in order to solve these kinds of equations, one of the easiest methods is to first look at the two equations and look at the different parts of it, such as 2x and 3x, 3y and 4y. We want to find a way to multiply one or both of the equations in such a way that after multiplying, the coefficient of x in becomes the same in both equations. Or let's find a number which we can multiply to make the coefficient of y the same in both equations. So what we can do here is we can multiply the first equation by 4. So here you can see this is 3 and this is 4. All right. So if we can multiply this equation by 4 and this equation by 3, then the coefficients will be the same. So for example, what do we mean by multiplying the equation? We will multiply each of the terms by 4. So this becomes 8x plus 12y is equal to 40. And this one becomes 9x minus 12y is equal to 66. All right. Once the two coefficients become the same, then we can either add or subtract them depending on their sign. Whichever operation will give us a 0 will eliminate that variable. So here adding the two equations will eliminate this. So 8 plus 9 is 17x, and this is 0, and this is 106. All right. So now we got 17x is equal to 106, and therefore x is equal to 106 divided by 17. Now, if we want to find the value of y, then we can put this number in one of the equations. For example, 9x minus 12y equal to 106. All right. So 9 times 106 divided by 17 minus 12y is equal to 106. 9 by 17 times 106. We keep it like that and we'll change the places. When we change the places, we'll change the signs. Minus 106 is equal to 12y. Now 106 is common in both of these. All right, so we'll take it outside the bracket, and inside the bracket 9 over 17 minus 1 equal to 12y. This 1 we can make it into 17 over 17. So 9 minus 17 is minus 8 over 17. So this whole thing becomes minus 8 times 106 divided by 17 is equal to 12y. Divide by 12 on both sides, and we get y is equal to minus 8 by 12 times 106 divided by 17. All right, simplifying this, 8 and 12, this can be simplified. We can divide by 4. 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. So minus 2/3 times 106 over 17, 12, and at the bottom, 51. So this is the answer. X is equal to 106 over 17, and y is equal to minus 212 over 51.